Hello and welcome to today's meditation. I'm going live on Instagram and YouTube today at the same time. So thank you for joining me. It's so cold today in Montreal. Spring was here and then it left, unfortunately. But it's coming back next week, so that's good. Okay, so let's get started. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to read a quote to start us off by H.W.L. Punja. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever stays, let it stay. Whatever goes, let it go. So find yourself a comfortable position. Today, we're going to talk about resiliency, emotions, and the 8 worldly winds. The 8 worldly winds are praise and blame, failure and success, or gain and loss, fame and disrepute, and pleasure and pain. And we can get very attached to both sides of the coin, both sides of the stick. Perhaps we get attached to the pain, the loss, the disrepute, that kind of thing, or we get attached to the other side, which is like pleasure and success, gain, that kind of thing. So it's interesting what personalities get attached to which side of the 8 worldly winds. But whatever side you are attached to, be it gain, loss, fame, disrepute, pleasure, pain, whatever side you're attached to, know that it will change, know that it's impermanent, and it's a practice to bring this into awareness, to not be attached to pleasure, fame, success. These are changing, as are the other sides. So we can be patient with these things. We can be persistent and gentle, bringing them into our awareness. We can also bring in compassion. So let's start the meditation today. Making sure you're in a comfortable position, just adjusting. And feeling the ground underneath you. The softness or firmness of what's underneath your body. Letting yourself sink into what's underneath you. And finding your breath, finding the sounds in your space. Letting the breath locate yourself within your body. And letting the sounds locate yourself in your space. And you can put your hand on your stomach, breathing some deep belly breaths into the stomach area, the belly. Sorry. So deep belly breath. And taking a moment to think into your purpose. Small sentence. Why you're here on this earth. It down to a simple purpose. Sitting in our purpose can bring us a feeling of resilience. You can breathe into your purpose, knowing you are here on this earth to do this thing, to live in this way. And just noticing what sensations are in the body as you feel into your purpose. And welcoming these sensations. There's a little life force there. And zooming out to your whole life these days, what emotions are here? Is there excitement, sadness, anger? Is it difficult to find emotion? Just noticing what's here. Seeing if you can untangle and name the feelings that you've been having lately, this morning, yesterday. And welcoming them and accepting them. And just being curious about what's here in your life. And slowly noticing what sensations are attached to these emotions. letting the sensations be there, giving them space and time to do what they need to do. Feeling the floor underneath you, supporting you to hold these sensations. And leaning into the sounds around you, locating yourself in the space. And feel free also to look around your space if that feels supportive, if the sensations feel too much. You can rest your eyes on something pleasant. And when you're ready, coming back inside to the body, to the breath, or resting in sounds. Taking a moment to reflect on what these emotions or sensations are trying to teach us, to tell us. Maybe there's a pull towards something or a leaning back. And just embracing this magical sensitivity you have in your body, this intuitive knowing. And if you're going through something difficult right now, remembering that there's lots of other people in the world who are going through almost exactly the same thing, that you're not alone. And reflecting on the impermanence of whatever you're going through, be it good or bad. Could be you're being praised a lot lately, you're feeling a lot of fame somehow in your life, or you're like having lots of success and gaining a lot. Maybe there's a ton of pleasure, which all can be great, but I think it's the attachment to that. So feeling into the stickiness, maybe one of those things speaks to you more than others. What's sticky for you? Do you really crave that praise, that fame, success, that pleasure? Is that craving causing you suffering? And bringing those worldly winds into our awareness. Perhaps are clinging to the other side of the worldly winds. We're clinging to blaming, getting blamed. We're clinging to failure or loss or disrepute. I guess that could be like slander of some sort, and also pain. Are we feeling sticky? Are we clinging to the other side of the worldly winds? And realizing that if these winds are blowing through our life, that they are also impermanent. They will not last forever. All these pleasant and unpleasant winds will blow through as they do. So letting go of our strong clinging to any of these. And maybe there's a lot of emotions flowing, thinking of those winds. So letting go of those emotions a little bit, letting them travel out your body somehow if they can, or sink into the earth, composting. And if they can't, if they're stuck, maybe you could do a little movement after. So just sitting with the relief that everything changes. Letting go of that stickiness. That clinging. Knowing you're different than yesterday or last week, last month, last year, before COVID. We've all changed so much. And I'll end with this quote from the Buddha: nothing ever exists alone. Nothing ever exists entirely alone. Everything is in relation to everything else. And that's the one thing I want to leave you with about resiliency, is that we can build and strengthen our resilience by connecting to plants, to pets, to the birds. I was hiking lately, to the deer. Just connecting to our neighbors, our chosen family, our blood families, if we're connected to them. All these little tiny threads at the web of community of beings that interbeing can make us feel more resilient, more supported. So I encourage you this week to reach out to whoever, whatever, hug a tree, pet a dog, say hi to your neighbors, and just feel into that web you're a part of. So I'll ring the bell. Thank you for joining me today on this exploration of resiliency and the 8 worldly winds. My Dana links are below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Instagram, there's a link in my bio. And Dana is generosity to support my livelihood. So thank you so much for joining me. So nice to see you all here from all over the place. Lovely to see you. Take care, and may you have a resilient week. Bye.